moving. I have kept this secret for almost 3 months now, and I signed a new lease in spring of this year, 2026, and so I'm packing up my first New York apartment. Surprisingly, it was not too difficult to pack. I was able to do it gradually over a week and a half. All right, the Smisky collection. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 plus the one on the mirror, so 25. It feels like yesterday that I moved in. I have so many memories I made in this apartment, and maybe 6 months ago is when it felt complete. I could really call this place a home that I loved building and putting together. There is nothing wrong with this place. I could have been so happy if I kept living here. I did, however, find an apartment that I truly, truly love. And I'm so thrilled. It feels like a dream come true. So keeping my fingers crossed, knocking on some wood, but hopefully this will be one of the last moves I do for a while. I really prioritize this after graduating college, after becoming an adult, to be honest, that I like putting down roots. I love being at home. I love having a place I can call home because of the people who live there with me, because of the community I'm in. This is a new chapter of life, kind of. So let's pack it up one more time. Yeah! Hey everyone, it is Lynn again, and I have moved. Yay! As you may know, this is my 5th move as an adult, and I also moved around a lot as a kid, so not a new thing to me. I've kind of gotten used to it, but moving is still stressful, tiring, but something that's so exciting no matter what, every single time, is coming into a new home and making it feel like your home. Although I've pared down on my trinkets and belongings, there's still a lot to organize and decorate and work on. So to plan out my home makeover, I am using Milanote, who is the partner of today's video. Thank you, Milanote. Y'all are the best. Milanote is a tool for organizing your creative projects. I used Milanote for my first apartment makeover when I moved to New York, and this apartment is like no other place I've lived in. I knew from the moment I stepped in that this was going to be the one. There are 5 separate rooms, which I knew going into looking for new places, that's something I wanted. I didn't want something open concept. So there's a primary bedroom, a kitchen, a living room, a dining room, and an office, plus an outdoor space. And to tackle each area, I'm a big visual thinker, which Milanote is perfect for. The drag and drop interface is very easy to use. You can put in photos, videos, to-dos, links, and more, and organize everything in a way that makes sense to you. So this is my main project board, very visual as you can see. And as I planned out the home makeover, I've organized my inspiration into several subboards for each room, and also a subboard for upkeep tasks. Some of my favorite features are the color cards, which helps me envision each room's color story, because I am painting every room in the new place except for the bathroom. So if we click on the dining room subboard, for instance, I've gathered inspiration of interiors while also taking into account my current furniture and decor pieces. And I also have to-do lists. We are sitting in a dining room right now, so you can kind of see, based on this board, how I've slowly begun to make it come to life. And for larger maintenance tasks, I have a separate subboard. As you can tell, I have completed all the urgent tasks. Yay! I organized them into cards: urgent, semi-urgent, and not urgent. And there are things that I needed to buy or I wanted to buy to upgrade the place. So you can see I have a cost table on the right-hand side. Like, I really want a bidet. But what's super nice is that if I'm at the hardware store or the paint shop, I can access these to-do lists via the mobile app, making sure that I can check off these materials and update and keep track of the costs. Whether you're into interiors or filmmaking, you want to make storyboards, Milanote makes starting a new project very easy with over 100 built-in templates for you to choose from. For example, I used a project planning template for each of the rooms and then customized it to my needs. And the best thing is, Milanote is available for free with no time limit. You can sign up for a free Milanote account using the link in the description. If you enjoy using Milanote? Let me know in the comments, because I have friends who also use Milanote, and seeing the way they personalize their workflow, especially my filmmaking friends, I'm like, whoa. Anyways, thank you Milanote for sponsoring this video, and let's jump into making these boards come to life. Makeover commence. I had overlap in between my leases, so I got to paint most of the rooms before I moved in. I was ecstatic to paint because my last apartment was open concept and had very tall ceilings, so it wasn't feasible for me to paint. This time around, I knew I wanted to add color to my rooms, and the walls in the new apartment were very well loved. They had a lot of wear and texture, so a fresh coat of paint made them feel like new. I did as much preparation as I could to make the painting process very smooth and easy, which included getting color samples of potential wall colors so I can see how they looked in different lightings during different times of the day. Throughout this process, I could hear my mom's voice in my head saying, "Lambton Sakdi," which means do it precisely the first time, and so you don't have to suffer later. And I'm so glad I did. Seeing the colors on the wall actually changed my mind about which ones I was gonna pick. I was planning on color drenching or painting the ceiling of 3 rooms, and this is the first one I finished, and oh my goodness, I did not realize how much muscle it takes to paint a ceiling. This paint color also isn't as pigmented as the red of the kitchen, so it looks beautiful, but am I willing to do it again by myself? Probably not. day before I move. This is not as tiring as the last time I moved, but maybe I'm just older. You know, 2 years really does something to you. I literally can't believe everything's in boxes. This is so crazy. Wow. The plants I'm gonna pick up later, but damn. So empty. Wow. Nothing. We gotta get going. Gotta get going.
5 hours later.
We made it. It looks so good with all the furniture. Okay, so I have lived here for almost a month now, and I'm going to take you through everything that's happened because it has been so chaotic. I've never had the time to hook up my mic and put down the camera and narrate what was going on or whatever project I was trying to finish up while it was happening. There was a lot of maintenance that needed to be done with the light fixtures. My washer wasn't working until today. Lights were flickering. The floor wasn't done in the living room, but it all worked out. As much as I want to get settled in as quickly as possible, I'm very grateful that if there's one thing I have now is time. I can take my time with unpacking. I like doing everything myself. I think it's fun, it's a hobby. When you are making improvements to your home or to anything really, if you're doing it, you're gonna have a certain attention to detail. You're gonna appreciate the work you put in, and therefore, I just think the final result is better. But I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna do things that are out of my area of expertise, and that includes electrical work. So when I first gave the empty apartment tour, there were chandeliers, and I love chandeliers. I think they have a lot of charm and they can light up a space very beautifully. However, I had a lot of issues with the chandeliers. First of all, a lot of them were broken, so they didn't look good. Also, when I would walk up to the chandeliers, they were installed so low that me being 5'3", I would just like slightly go up on my tippy toes and my head would hit the chandelier. The last problem, which is the most important problem, they flickered a ton. I looked it up. I thought it could be the age of the chandeliers or the bulbs or the dimmer switches. And at the end of the day, I knew I was gonna replace them. So I talked to my landlord about it, and I actually proposed getting new light fixtures myself because I wanted to choose the style. I want something that could evenly light up the space, but use, I guess, newer bulbs. I trusted my gut because I thought my landlord would choose something very modern and not within my taste. And that is proven right because they put in this millennial gray flooring in the living room, which we'll get into later. And so I put that forward and I said, hey, if the flickering continues, we gotta assess the problem because it's probably the switches or the wiring and stuff. But the flickering issue, pretty much solved. And this was my first time hiring a contractor from TaskRabbit to come in and install the lights. I also had someone come in and install the AC because I am just 1'5'3" person once again. I don't think I would have been able to install it myself. Someone also came in to fix my broken leg on the media console. It's finally standing on all 4 feet again, or all 4 legs. So moral of the story is, Miss Independent over here, I still need to ask for help. Don't mind asking for help. Now the room I worked on the most is the dining room. I was very excited to put these shelves up on the wall. I chose the shade of blue with the tone of the furniture in mind. I opted for the darker color because I knew it would pair very well with this orange tone of wood. So the blue of the wall doesn't come off as saturated or as dark as it did when it was just a blank canvas. However, as beautiful as these shelves look right now, they were a pain to mount. Oh my goodness. This is not my first time mounting them. They used to be in my office, but this room has very uneven planes. You know, the floor is not completely leveled, the wall's not completely flat. So even though I was a lot more precise, measured twice, thought I had everything leveled, then it would like tighten and screw in, and then all of a sudden it wasn't leveled anymore, and it was driving me insane. So this column of shelves, this one right here, it's just slightly not level. Of course, the most important thing, structural integrity, it should be good. But dang, was the universe against me? Was it against me? And to be fair, according to the assembly manual, you are supposed to do this with 2 people, and I am just 1 person. So I'm not doing it by myself ever again. Like, I don't have the same fervor and energy to do these sort of things like I did when I was 18. I'm not 18 anymore. I'm starting to feel it in my hips. My body is sore. I've just been doing so much up and down, climbing, unpacking, lifting heavy things. I'm tired. But what did make my life easier was having the right tools to mount this shelf. I had a black deck drill for 6 years. I got it when I first moved out at 18, and it died on me. The first week I moved in here, I was hanging stuff up in the office and it started smoking. Oh, it's over. This drill is done for. I got a new hammer drill and impact drill from Makita, along with a drill bit set and a ratchet wrench set. So I'm pretty much set for everything I would need for home projects. And the reason why I chose Makita was because it was blue. And I like the little tote bag that the drill set came with. Of course, it's good quality, but there's many other good quality power tools out there, like Milwaukee, which is red, but I just like blue. So Makita it is. It also sounds like a Pokemon. This video was focused on moving and getting all these big pieces constructed and doing all the painting, that stuff. In the future, I'll talk more about styling, but right now I have the shelves set up to center more art pieces. So I wanted to incorporate my wall art, paintings, and artwork made by my friends or that I've collected, but it still has a lot of the core aspects of my old shelves, which is my trinkets, my anime figurines. I also got a new dining table, which is kind of messy right now because I'm building a museum Lego to treat myself after installing that bad boy. I wanted something that could accommodate me sprawling out, you know, doing my little fun projects or working in this room. Also hosting, having people over for food and dinner. It was also important to me to find a table that didn't have sharp corners. I have pretty good spatial awareness when it comes to design and art, but I don't have good spatial awareness when it comes to my physical body in the real world. So I would bump into the sharp edge of my dining table all the time. And so this one has nice rounded corners, and I think it balances out the many boxy shapes in this room as well. And here we are in the living room. This room gets a ton of natural light along with the office and my bedroom. I haven't been able to be in here because they were doing renovations with the floor. They put in new flooring. It's this millennial gray vinyl fake wood, which honestly, I'm just happy to have a floor. Like, thank goodness. Before, there was no floor. Now there is floor. Yay, floor. I was so impatient, however, because once again, I've lived here for almost a month, that yesterday I decided to seal all the baseboards myself. Because I don't know, the contractors never finished doing that, and they were supposed to come back, but then they never did. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll do it myself. Honestly, very fun experience. I got a handle on how to use a caulking gun. You know, it's all about how you angle the tip and stuff. Ooh. Definitely took me less than an hour to do all the baseboards in this room, and I was finally able to clean and unpack. I just sent my couch cushion covers to the laundromat, but you know, literally my washer just got fixed today, so I'm like, okay. I currently have no plans in terms of how to decorate this room. Honestly, maybe it'll take me a year or two to figure it out, because I have no thoughts. I'm just so tired. The office was easiest to unpack because I already had a very clear organizational system, and the setup is pretty much exactly the same compared to my last place. I just have everything lined up against a wall, so you can see all my supplies and workspace in one go. As fun as decorating has been, it's meant that I haven't had a lot of time to make art. The only thing that I've done in this room that's crafty was I hemmed the curtains that I got from IKEA. When I first moved in, I went on this very fun IKEA run. I got Swedish meatballs. I also got supplies for organizing the bathroom, like new bath mats, shower caddies, got stuff for the kitchen, and I also got curtains. I did cheap out on myself, and I thought I could split a curtain pack between multiple windows, and then I was like, this is not gonna work, it looks dumb. So I need to go back and buy more curtains eventually. The issue is, I like floor-length curtains, okay? They look really nice, but they simply don't fit with the space. Almost every window has a heater unit or an AC unit. So I'm being practical here, chopped all the curtains so they would hit the top of the windowsill. I don't think it looks bad actually. In an ideal world, I would have Roman shades, but those are expensive. Those are expensive, and they're not in my budget. Now the kitchen is nearly done, and I still need to finish painting, as you can tell, because this is the harder side of the paint job, and I need my kitchen to be functional. So now that I organized everything on this side and unpacked all the boxes, I can move stuff from the counter over here, cover it with a big drop cloth, and finish it one weekend. I have plenty of storage space now with this IKEA cabinet. This was a great build. I really like that I get to utilize the wall space in this kitchen. Still need to hang up the knife strip and this Kit Kat clock. I think it would look really good against the red. Also, I knew coming in that I did not want to paint the cabinets. I think it's a lot easier to paint all the tiled wall and the ceiling than it is for me to paint the cabinets, because it would just be a lot harder to change back to make it suit the space more. Is maybe change out the handles, the knobs, but I don't think I'll do any treatment to them. And one thing I'm very excited for, I ordered custom Noren curtains for the kitchen doorway, and so they should be coming soon. I'll probably just get a tension rod, and then it'll be a nice little divider between the kitchen and the foyer. Okay, we are in the bedroom. I wonder who that lump is. Color dredging this room was very hard work. I did run out of paint, so I still need to finish parts of the closet door, the door frame leading to the foyer, and then the windowsill, so need to go buy like probably another quart of paint. But it completely transformed the space. I mean, I don't even feel like I need to add a ton of decor or wall art to this room because it feels very peaceful and not too busy, which is what I prefer for a bedroom because I don't spend much time in here except to sleep and wind down. There's so much going on in, you know, the dining room and the office already. There's a lot of natural light that comes into the bedroom, and so I have these blackout curtains. They're not the cutest blackout curtains. They're from IKEA. They don't drape as prettily, but they do their job very well. And I got these koi curtain backs to keep them in place during the daytime. And another DIY that I did was I put in a curtain rod. I still need a shoe rack, so I'm on the hunt for a shoe rack on Facebook Marketplace or at the thrift store. And lastly, the bathroom. Okay, this is the one room I'm not painting, okay? It would be a headache. I would have to do a lot of priming and I just don't want to think about it. But it's super simple. I love that this apartment has the subway tiles and the built-in medicine cabinets. It's great for storage. And this is the first time I've had a window in my bathroom. In the mornings, that's when the light will come in and it looks very pretty. And I also installed a shower head with a filter. This is my first time using it and the water feels great. Love the water pressure and water temp in this building. I have moved. We are here. I still have some major projects to finish, you know, painting the kitchen, still need to choose a color for the foyer. I will dive deeper into those projects in future videos, but thank you for watching. I have moved so many times in my life, and I'm not going to lie, this one, even though issues have arisen, has been one of the smoother ones. I knew the moment I walked in that this was gonna be home, and I'm excited to share updates with y'all as I make them happen. So I'll see you in the next one. Yay! Bye bye.